The book of Acts begins and ends with the preaching of the gospel of the kingdom. We see Jesus in Acts chapter 1, prior to his ascension, preaching about the kingdom. We see Paul under house arrest in chapter 28, preaching freely the gospel of the kingdom. We see throughout the book of Acts that the mission of the church is the message of the gospel. We see it move from Jerusalem to Judea to Samaria to the ends of the earth. The gospel of Jesus Christ in Acts is constantly threatened, but never silenced. The growth of the word and the expansion of the church takes center stage in this book. In Acts 6:7, we read that the word of God continued to increase and the number of the disciples multiplied greatly, and a great many of the priests became obedient to the faith. In Acts 9:31, we see that the church throughout Judea and Galilee and Samaria had peace and was being built up. In Acts 12:24, the word of God increased and multiplied. In Acts 16:5, the churches were strengthened in the faith and they increased in numbers daily. In Acts 19:20, the word of the Lord continued to increase and prevail mightily. Luke introduces the book of Acts as the record of that which Jesus continues to do in the world. He references his previous book, the Gospel, as that which Jesus began to do, and so by implication, this is the book of all that Jesus continues to do. It's Christ's work. It may be called the Acts of the Apostles, but it's really a story of the acts of Christ through the apostles. He is the one who builds his church. And we see it moving, this great gospel work, from Jerusalem to Judea to Samaria and then to the ends of the earth. In every chapter in this glorious book, we see that the Word of God is sufficient to do the work of God. And the church is built up, disciples are strengthened, the lost are saved, churches are planted, and God is glorified.